So we have Blue to fight, and we have the Elite Four rematch. The level cap for both of these is 67. So anybody currently at 67, pretty much out of the running here for usage. In the gym, at least. So I think what I want to do is maybe evaluate both teams at once. Decide who comes to Elite Four and who goes to the gym fight. I don't want to bring exactly the same Elite Four team. Although, realistically, it's probably going to be damn close to it. These four are definitely coming, I think. Who else did we have? Did we have Togi in the Elite Four? Can we check that? There used to be a box thing. You used to be able to go to the computer and see, like, Elite Four teams in, like, Gen 1, right? Yeah. Who the hell did we bring? I don't think anybody from the Elite Four team died. Oh, I had Slowbro. Slowbro was on the Elite Four team. I don't know if I think Slowbro was more forgettable in the Elite Four than the others. I feel like. So we could leave Slowbro behind. Maybe. And then I had a third fairy type, which, yeah, might have been Togi. We've gotten Wigglytuff and Clefable since then. I don't know if they provide anything. Obviously, we've given Wigglytuff a chance to be useful previously, and it wasn't. And there's also all the new Pokemon we've gotten in Kanto, but honestly, what in Kanto actually has done anything? I mean, there's a few that have done things. A few that could do things, maybe. But yeah, mostly the Kanto encounters have been very forgettable. I want to take a look at these three guys. 64, 57, 60. So not exactly consistent. You got some good stats. You don't. Well, I mean, it's kind of fine. 178, 100. Oh, I bet you the ribbon is Elite Four, right? How do we check ribbons? Who cares? Or is it the max friendship? No, because he doesn't have a ribbon. It's probably Elite Four ribbon. So this is what we did bring. 190, 140, 130. Yeah, the Wigglytuff and Clefable do not compare. Dude, every stat is worse. Like, higher physical attack, but it doesn't matter on any of them. So Togekiss is still quite better. So these four are in for sure, I think. How do these two compare, I guess? That's an open question. Much better special bulk on Sylveon. Much worse physical bulk. Worse speed. Which is actually kind of surprising. Sylveon just feels like it should be faster than a big-ass plane. In terms of moveset, Sylveon's still carrying Quick Attack for no discernible reason. It's never been relevant. Whereas this guy's got Wish on Charm, which is some nice utility, but leaves it a little... Shadow Ball was relevant from what I remember. Lax is probably really good here. I want to take a look at Learn Set. The problem with teaching any coverage move to Togi is it deletes a move that I can't get back. It does learn a few things that the other one doesn't. But how much do they matter? I think Shadow Ball is the really important move here. Which it can learn. Pixelate is really pointless. Of course, Hustle is also nothing. I guess another consideration here is like a physical tank. Well, I guess Gliscor is our physical tank, honestly, with that 170 defense. That completely outshines Slowbro even, which is kind of surprising. I guess the HP difference is not irrelevant. But, like, not substantial. 24 HP, like, who cares? $159, 283, 105, plus special attack. Good IVs and stuff, though. Yeah, I think Snorlax is the obvious addition to the Elite Four team here. I don't... Should I watch my Elite Four back? Like turbo mode? Maybe we should. Let's go find it. Okay. So. On Will. We let Violent. We kind of just tore through first few Pokemon. And then we switched out. We took too much damage eventually. We had to change. And switched between a few guys till we got in a position to kill some other shit. Starmie cleaned up at the end really well because there's a lot of water and flying types. Yeah, Starmie's exceptionally good there. Then we had Koga. We just pushed through with Starmie a bunch. And what? Hard swept them, basically? Yeah. Koga was nothing. Bruno. Sylveon. Traded spots with Hitmonchan and then took a bunch of damage. A sturdier water type was not irrelevant here. Because it helped give us something against Steelix. Gliscor did some heavy lifting here in this fight. Togekiss was nice against the fighting types for a quad resist. As far as Bruno goes, it's kind of a wash between Togi and Sylveon. And we got Karen. And the Umbreon. We taunt the Umbreon. Right, we switched out, we made the mistake, but we still got the kill. Right. We could look at other taunt users. I'm gonna officially bump Slowbro, I think. How else can we beat an Umbreon consistently? I mean, it might not even be the same lead. It might not even be the same Umbreon. Oh, Dragonite's also a kind of a contender as far as bulk goes. It's a good Dragonite, too. And shiny to boot. A very good Dragonite. Azakin? Let's do this. Give me... Blax, Dragonite, Blaziken, Honchkrow? Nah. Armaldo? Battle Armor. We got 40 base Twin Needle. Okay, so here's what I'm curious about, right? Taunt coverage. Am I blind? Did I miss it? 12. Okay, none of these guys learn Taunt. Arrow does, Gyarados does. Neither of those helps explicitly with a... Well... No, neither of those helps explicitly with a, an Umbreon. How fast are you? I could theoretically consider trying to just outspeed and one-tap the Umbreon. It feels dodgy. I am gonna check. I'll check Haunch, just cause. We'll check Hera. Could check CWD. No, it doesn't work, because it's a dark type. Machamp? But if I get outsped, it, like, completely negates the point of this. So it might be too risky to do anything that's not... It doesn't have to be super fast, but it has to be fast enough. $109. This has superpower. I could, like, taunt dig superpower, maybe, if this can learn taunt. I might be okay. Do I have anybody that I... Nidoking? 128 speed because it's plus speed. And it's got Mega Horn. That's a couple of dice rolls if I went for Mega Horns. But this probably learns Brick Break. I don't think anybody in this box is gonna be worth shit. Hey, Rugops. Monster Hunter Wild updates, and you'll be busy playing that. Understandable, carry on. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, Elvis learns Taunt. Interesting. I'm not surprised that Haunch would learn it. I expected him to learn it. It makes a lot of sense for him. But Nidoking is not what I was expecting. That's an interesting option. 109, 196. That's a lot higher attack stat, but Haunch is kind of frail. This is minus defense Haunch Crow too, which is rough. Knockoff Light Dark Pulse Haze. I don't think I like the idea of bringing Haunch to this, unfortunately. But Nidoking? A little more bulk. This is a fighting resist for Bruno. And ground beats the... This is potentially a decent counter. No, it's probably going to Earthquake me. This is probably not a good counter for Steelix. But this could fight, like, Machamp, maybe? Very big maybe. Would this be any better on an Umbreon than Mr. Mime, though? Well, I mean... Maybe. Mime is very physically frail, which is the problem with the Mime. Can't take the hits. I can't duel the Umbreon well enough. Maybe I can with, like, a Citrus Berry. Maybe the Mime is still fine. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Let's put Nido in the maybe row. Might as well put Haunch there, too. These guys ain't shit, though. Hmm. Minus speed. Yeah, not so great. And has superpower, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't learn taunt. It's not really relevant. Well, I think we've kind of looked at everything that's got potential. Alright, let's watch more of the Elite Four here and see if there was any other areas that influenced my decision making. Let's watch the Umbreon fight again. So I click Taunt on Umbreon. Then I click Moonblast. He lands a Feint Attack. He knocks me down to just over half. We're going to assume if it's the Umbreon opening, it's just going to play out about the same. Where I'm going to take proportionally about as much damage. I took like 47 damage. I'm actually not that bad of a spot. Like, I'm actually only dead to maybe some crit rolls there. I could have probably went for it. If I do just commit to the mime, I have to go for it, though. That's the problem. I don't have other plans. Omelet shreds the Haunch Crow, which came in second. I wonder if that would still be true. Jesus, does that almost kill me? I'm watching the Gliscor versus the Houndoom fight. I come in, I take a good hit, I get outsped, and I take a lot of fire damage from this Houndoom. This Houndoom could have fucked my shit up. And I didn't kill it. How did I beat this? I just slapped Starmie in there and went for it? Ugh, that's bad. And then my Starmie kills the Gengar, I believe. Yeah, and then a Vileplume comes out, and do I just go for the kill on this? Yeah, and I just kill it. So looking to me like Togi does more work than Sylveon. Poliwrath would be the best counter for the Houndoom. Does not learn Taunt. Alright, then we go into Lance. We lead Starmie on Lance into Agera. We tear up some Dragonites. A Zard comes in, we go Slowbro. It's not that impressive. Well, it is, because it does slack and stall some shit. Slowbro does some good work. You know who we don't use? We don't use Sylveon. Like, at all. Okay, Sylveon's out, for sure. 100% demoted. Back to the first box, Sylveon. You ain't it. You ain't it. I'm sorry. Okay. Honchkrow ain't it. 100% not the guy. Nidoking, what he offers us is really just taunt. He ain't the guy. These four are the guys. If I bring Dragonite, he's kind of a liability on Lance. In the sense that, like, Lance will outspeed my Dragonite. Slowbro did a good showing. I think Slowbro should stay. I'm gonna watch the Houndoom fight again. That's the only thing I'm really worried about now is the Houndoom. It does Iron Tail. So yeah, the Houndoom has coverage for the fairy types. At least in the first go around. Do we bring Dragonite to fight a Houndoom? It's not gonna have ice. I mean, maybe it could have, like, rock. Maybe it could have fairy. I would, assuming I'm swapping in the same way, I would be taking the 1X. If I brought Poliwrath, this would only be for the Houndoom. Like, it's not really worth the effort. Between these two. This would resist the fire. Both of these would be vulnerable to, like, Dark Pulse. 120 speed. If I outspeed, I can hit a fat Dragon Claw, or I could just click, like, Extreme Speed and try to kill this. This is such a high... I think Dragonite's the guy. And then no Snorlax. Extreme Speed will be nice to have, too. For coverage and what have you. What is the defensive stats like here compared to Lax? 191, 139, 139. So, a higher defense, less special defense, substantially less HP. But expected, because it's Lax. But I already have... Well, now I don't have Sylveon, so I don't have my special defensive wall. Well, I got Mime. That's a tough call between Lax and Dragonite. Maybe it is Lax. Because Lax will be less of a liability on Lance. 28, 25. These are both, like, pretty good physical attackers. I want to bring the Dragonite. We haven't had much use of the shiny Dragonite. This seems like a good place to bring it out. I think I like it. Okay, so those are the four we're going with. Let's shut down the old video. So that's the Elite Four team. We're locking it in. Okay, Blue's team in base game is a mixed team. It's like a rival style team. I believe he has an Executor and like a Gyarados. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess this team is gonna be essentially unchanged here. Unless they've done something like give him like a trio of starters or something as a swap. He normally leads Executor. Honestly, Armaldo? Armaldo into Executor? 54 speed? But I can't be crit. 54 speed is real bad. Okay, what is our Executor speed as a comparison point? 83. Yeah, we probably get outsped. Unfortunate, Hera, but Hera doesn't have a guaranteed hit move. It's only got Mega Horn. Unless this has move relearn stuff, it could. We could check that. Let's check the move relearner for Heracross quick. Hera's another mon I wouldn't mind pulling out of the box for a big fight. He hasn't had too many opportunities because he's kind of overshadowed by the Hitmon early. Pin Missile, but it can miss. Bug Buzz, but it's special, yeah. That's unfortunate. So Hera's not going to be it. I can't risk a miss. It's just not a thing I can do. Okay, you don't have a bug move. I mean, I could go with the Armaldo and just tank something. Beedrill? Honestly, Beedrill lead might not be bad. It's a special defensive tank. Although if I'm switching into a if it's not a lead, if it's not Executor lead, then I'm switching into a Psychic potentially and probably still just dying. Oops. Didn't he already have Poison Sting? That's why I deleted, I think. We gotta see what his moveset looks like. Okay, so he does have Twin Needle. Huge. Any, like, actual fucking utility on this guy? Like, Jesus. 38 special attack. Air Cutter is really not worth anything. Pin Missile. Desperation play. This is... Only a 5-hit is better than Twin Needle. This is not worth having at all. It's really not worth it. Okay, he does get Poison Jab. No Toxic Spikes or something here? I guess I can take Endeavor until I find something else. Alright, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad Pokemon. Let's see what else he can learn out of the TM pool, I guess. Can't fly. Okay, Aerial Ace, I suppose, is something. Okay, do I want to do Toxic over Aerial Ace, maybe? Am I gonna hit Toxic on this guy? It's kind of like a desperation play. Fuck it, I don't think I need it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's start the gym team here. So this, for an Executor lead, this will bait like an Arcanine if it's base game, of course. They'll hit a fire move. We can go to like a Quag. That's pretty good. Or Kingdra. Kingdra's old reliable. Yeah, we'll bring Kingdra. There's a Gyarados. There's a Rhyhorn. There's a Machamp. T-Fang, Megahorn, Stonage, Earthquake, Rhyhorn. Something that can levitate would be nice. If it's got Thunderfang, Quag is pretty good, though. Machamp and Pidgeot. Could bring another electric type. I could bring a rock type. I could bring like Arrow. Arrow's pretty okay. It's a potential pivot. Yeah, because right now I don't have any flyers, so having something that can dodge EQ is a good option, maybe. Plus I like Aerodactyl. So maybe he fights Pidgeot. We got a Machamp. Dynamic Punch, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Thunder Punch in base game. I probably don't want to bring Azu as a counter because electric. You Intimidate, right? Yeah. That might be a decent answer for a Machamp. Intimidate, Fairy type. I could see this as a gym team, I suppose. Sure. Alright, now we need a team for the trainers out of what's left. I'm gonna assume a lot of ground types. Kind of his MO. Or at least kind of the gym's MO, not so much blue, but like Viridian Gym being the ground type gym, you know. You're Levitate. That's a decent niche, I suppose. Sceptile's 67 already. Let's not bring Sceptile. We can bring Shiftry. Leaf Blade Shiftry? That doesn't seem too bad. Some grass, some water. A flyer and a levitator. Lax is a catch-all. Alright. Sea Incense. Mystic Water. We'll do Sand on Flygon. But then I want a Mystic, or Miracle Seed, rather, on Shift Tree. So we'll take everybody here to, like, 65, I think. Because we can switch out for other team members if anybody hits 67. I'll go 66 on lock, it's fine. I'm gonna leave Blueberry. Oh, there's a scene this way. Let's do the gym first. And then we'll try to figure out the secret scene or whatever as the follow-up for the Giovanni fight. I think we need the Celebi for that. Oh, we just go straight to him? There's no trainers? I didn't remember this being a thing. Okay, fair. Well, that means, yeah, there's just nothing else happening. Alright, let's, Don't go in the junk box. You're a good boy. Well, then let's get the real team immediately. Okay, organizing the items now. We want, let's take a look at his movesets exactly. Trick Room, Hypnosis, Psychic, Leaf Storm on the Executor. Probably just go Lumbee Drill or something. I guess we'll keep that. Anything else weird that might be iconic enough that they put it in? Nope. Nothing else standing out here. Do we think if I switch an Electrode on a Dragon Dance? Not too risky. I would rather have the bulk of Flashbang, I think, to tank a hit, hopefully. Leftovers Kingdra. Magnet, we'll do Water on Quag. Does he need water? Citrus Quag, maybe, actually? Rock's Arrow seems fine. Bright Powder. Honestly, maybe I also want just, like, Citrus on him. We have 34 Citrus. I'm gonna Lum... just in case. Okay, I think that's that. Let's save. Uh, 67, yeah. Yeah, crunch pick up here. Outrage is an interesting option for coverage here. Maybe? No. Is it ever gonna matter? No. No, 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 no. Outrage Granbull on Lance is kind of interesting, though, actually, for the Elite Four. Because then I'm not relying on Play Rough to hit. I think I'd still rather have Togi, though. Alright, quick break and then we'll do the fight. BRB. Alright, let's get the recording going. The final gym leader, Kanto Blue. This guy in base game can be a run killer. He's kind of the only Kanto gym leader that's actually of note. So let's see what he's got for us. We're leading B-Drill, because in base game he leads an Executor. I made a team to counter his base game team, which is fairly iconic. It might just be replicated here, honestly. You kind of hope it is. It's not. Alright, immediately getting rused by a lead that's designed to counter the leads that would counter the base game leads. We go Ambi. Eat an Earthquake, hopefully. Okay, I have no idea if I'm faster than this. I think I have to risk it. Also should have probably put Surf on this over Waterfall, now that I think about it. He is faster than me. Am I dead? It's close. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I mean, switching into a Rhyperior is really fucking hard to do. It's off to a pretty rough start. Rocinante can take this. Okay, he's not Solid Rock, which is good. We just go for this kill too. Okay, so he's got a themed team. He doesn't... So in base game, they give this guy just kind of a rival style team. Fire, Water, Grass Core, you know, some other things to fill in gaps. Given that he's got a Tyranitar and a Rhyperior, this seems like it's must be a ground themed team. So they went back to a Giovanni-style gym for this, deviating from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So fair. I think we just kill this even with sand up, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay, we don't. And he has Depulse, which is spooky, but we're good. Alright. He's toast. Okay, but then he has a Machamp, so I don't know what his team is. It's just kind of a team. Machamp is one that he has in base games, so... Winston is the designated counter, so we'll go to Winston here. Get the Intimidate. And then, yeah, we don't take the super... Or we don't take much from the fighting move. That's pretty great. Okay, and he has a Pidgeot. So Machamp and Pidgeot are things he has in base game, along with a Rhydon, which explains the Rhyperior. But he never has a Tyranitar. Unless he does in, like, Gold Silver? No. Okay. Oh, but his Gold Silver team does have, like, a different ordering, so there is a precedent for that, too. The idea here was Arrow. We are somewhat at the mercy of landing rocks. That's... what is that? Razor Wind or something? I'm just gonna go for this. Okay, we're faster. We land the Rock Slide. This is Hardstone Arrow. Yeah, it just kills. I think that was a crit. Okay, well, we're back on track here at least. Quagsire had to pay the price, but he does have an Executor. So they gave him a remixed version of his base game team with a different ordering. I think putting the Rock type in the lead for people like me who are going to look at base game as the basis for team building is very clever. I like that. I think it's a really fun way to do it. I think I'm going to just hard switch Beedrill here. We have a Lumberry if this goes like Hypnosis. This could Trick Room. Okay, Sleep Powders. We wake up, the Lumberry pays off. Huge. Twin Needle and just kill him. Nice. Alright, the Beedrill encounter did something. RK9. This is where the Kingdra was supposed to be useful. I'm gonna go Winston to intimidate this once. So he doesn't have a Gyarados. So they cut his Gyarados for a Tyranitar. Which, you know what? It does kind of make sense, because, like, Tyranitar is the pseudo-legendary of this generation. Hang in there, Gramble. Holy. That was a lot worse than I was thinking on the damage there. I was expecting, like, Flare Blitz or something, maybe. But Flamethrower makes sense, too, so... Should have probably, thought about that more rather than just throwing the dog in, but... So here's the problem. If I go Rocinante right now, I quad resist a fire move. I doubt this is ever an extreme speed or something here. If Rocinante fails the kill, I probably die on it, right? And then I've got, like, Arrow to clean up. I think switching to Ross is the play. Because I think Ross can do this, and if Ross does die, we can go Arrow. We're at the point in the run where, like, deaths don't really matter that much anymore. It's particular deaths that matter, right? Generically, losing Pokemon is fine when you have 6 fights left in the whole game. So I think we can definitely take some risks. We're just gonna go for the kill on Surf. He curses. He was faster than me, and he threw it away. I mean, I guess obviously he didn't have a kill, right? So he curses to get into kill range because this game doesn't have protection that stops them from setting up when they're gonna die. Okay, well, not a bad fight. Started off very poorly, but then ended up okay. All 8 gyms are done. Let's update the overlay text. +1 death, +1 badge. 11 deaths, 16 badges. It's a shame about Quagsire, though. TM8? What was TM8? Oh, bulk up. Appropriate that would actually be one of the last TMs you get in the game, because it's pretty busted. Alright, Quag to box 15. Alright. Beedrill to the junk box. Sorry, that showing is not enough to liberate you. Alright. Mr. Mime. Starmie. Gliscor. Togekiss. Slowbro. 3 flying types with the D-Knight. Am I screwing myself over here against ice types? Not really. Because I'd have 2 hard resists. Ah, fuck it. It's fine. I mean, there's no ice types in the 8-4, right? It's just coverage moves. Alright, strip down all the items. Oh yeah, we have the event thing. This shouldn't be a fight. This is supposed to be like some sort of event or something. I believe we need the Celebi for this. I think this is in the docs. Did I get a Route 22 encounter ever? I don't think I did. No, I think I did. I think I did get Route 22. Yeah, no, we did. We did. I'm pretty sure. Let's check. Route 22 was Talo. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Level cap should be the Elite Four level cap, so now we can just spam candies rather than not spam candies. 60, wait, 68? Level cap 70. Okay, we're gonna, that must be correct. It might be wrong at the docks. I think we do the 70 cap here. Wait a second. No, yeah, that's fine. That's how we play it. It should be the same idea. The level cap should be based the same way it was before. Okay. Like the FAQ says the way the level caps were set for the Elite Four is the same for both. So it should be accurate. We get more incenses? There might be some incenses worth grabbing for the... Like, it might be worth having, like, a third water one or something. Lax incense, blue incense. Looks like we're done. Are we missing any TMs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21. Frustration, doesn't matter. $47. Route 28. Oh, Route 28 is separate from Mount Silver. Oh yeah, we can go there now. Okay, we'll get that. Okay, so we get 2 more encounters technically, and Steel Wing before the Elite Four. We might as well grab them in case there's something interesting. Now, apparently there's supposed to be a special event here with Celebi. Maybe? Is this not the right spot? Never mind. Well, what the fuck? No, it's the right route. Is there a specific, like, spot for the trigger? Hmm. Okay, this doesn't work for whatever reason. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Yeah, there's supposed to be the Heart Gold Soul Silver Giovanni cutscene, this game's version of it, if you go to Route 22 with Celebi, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to happen. We're gonna deposit these guys, actually, again for a moment. Let's get a capture team. Let's grab some random different things. There's some various options here. Let's level these guys to cap as a precaution. Skill swap. That could be good. I'm going to take it, actually. I don't think it's going to matter, because I don't think we ever use this in a fight that matters again. Unless I change my mind about who comes to the Elite Four. Gonna slap some Orans around here. And we were not completely naked running around here. I don't think there shouldn't be any like trainers or anything, but might as well take some limited precaution. Ah, fuck you. This route is one of those routes in Pokemon that always gets me. I always double jump over the ledges and end up having to cycle around at least once per trip. Alright, Mount Silver in Route 28. Let's look at the encounters on 28. Daytime. Ponyta, Tangela, Rapidash, Arbok, Doduo, Dodrio, Nighttime, Poliwhirl, Tangela, Golbat. Headbutt, Scyther? Guaranteed? Would a Scyther do anything for me in the Elite Four? It would if it learns Taunt. It would get gibbed by rocks, potentially, depending on if I used it. Running a Scyther in the Elite Four would be kind of heat. Would you ever want Steelix over Scyther in this Elite Four? Probably not. Mount Silver, outside, 1F. Okay, Mount Silver's got a ton of potential encounter areas. So I just gotta look through these all for something that stands out to me. Charizard, Venusaur. Ooh, Venusaur could be really good. Ursaring. Actually could be pretty good too. Houndoom. If I taught Houndoom Taunt, would that beat Umbreon? Maybe. It would be pretty bad on Lance, I think, though. Pupitar, Larvitar, 6% chance of a Larvitar overall. Tyranitar could be neat. A Ghost, I don't think it does that much. Another 6% Larvitar. Let's look at some stuff here. Let's check the learn sets for Tyranitar and Houndoom. Tyranitar learns Taunt. So does Houndoom. Houndoom provides no particular way to beat. Umbreon? Tyranitar learns Focus Blast. I don't think I would bother trying to Focus Blast it, though. Tyranitar is Dragon Pulse in its learn set, which is interesting, but again, I don't think that's that relevant. I think I'd rather hit a Rock Slide or something over trying for a Dragon Pulse. In terms of TMs, it can learn Ice Beam, Earthquake, Dig, Brick Break. It does learn Brick Break. Tyranitar looks quite good. Shocking, I know. I think we go for the Tyranitar. So this is Headbutt. Guaranteed Scyther. Does Wobbles die to Scyther? Maybe. Do we have a Thunderwave TM in this game? If it's level 40, we can check. Wing attack / Razor Wind Swords Dance. Yeah, if it's 41 or higher, it won't have flying. Alright, am I gonna go back? Probably not. Let's put Gyarados in the lead. We might as well Intimidate. Ooh, spicy idea. Go in with an underleveled Scyther, and then evolve before Lance. I don't think that's viable. I think we get the Scyther, we look at it, and then we evaluate whether it's viable in the Elite Four. Same with the Mount Silver encounter. Might be here for a hot moment, since the fortress is much more common. Flip 5%er. Oh my god. I wish the headbutt encounter rate was higher, maybe. And I don't know if, like, it shouldn't matter which tree it is, I don't think, in this game. I think we just headbutt. Okay, well, there's a Heracross. That's a good confirmation there's something other than Fortress in this tree. Now, if for some reason Mount Silver and Route 28 are the same catch location, I will take the Scyther, because given the choice between a 6% chance of a Larvitar or a guaranteed Scyther, I will take the guaranteed Scyther. Plus, I'm a Scyther enjoyer, and I just want one in the box. Silly Monkey. Also, it's the capstone for all of our encounter routing. I think we just start hucking balls, yeah. Oh, we only have 5 of these. I didn't think about that. I can Master Ball. I will Master Ball this if I have to. This does have Wing Attack, I believe. And Swords Dance. That's concerning. Could have at least tried throwing on like fucking false swipe. Oh yeah, I could throw flying balls at this too. I shouldn't be using the Ultra Balls, it's just inferior. Alright. We can have Sim. Might as well go heal back up. Take a quick peek at our Sim. Just in case it informs any decision on the next encounter, but it probably won't. Route 28, Calm, minus attack plus speed def. Swarm, yeah, this doesn't seem like a winner to me. That seems like a box warmer, unfortunately. Minus attack. Swarm doesn't seem like it does anything, which is too bad because the IVs otherwise are quite good. It's still a good Sizor, technically, with high defenses. Like, really high defenses. But yeah, not going to make any difference to the Elite Four. Alright, moving on. So we're looking for a TM somewhere around here. I don't think there were any trainers here. At least not in base game. Oh, is that Silver? Okay, that's Mount Silver. The outdoor part. I will announce when we get our encounter. We have the rappel on, but I'm always paranoid about something getting messed up. Just in case I mess something up, I guess. I don't know. It's not going to be a problem. We won't fuck it up. Oh, there's a Pokemon Center here. How about that? What the fuck does that... What is the significance of that? Maybe that's something for legendaries? That might be. I think this is where the TM is. Maybe it's actually in this house. Shocking that TM47's the last TM you get, because it is not a great move. A shockingly underwhelming move, actually, one might say. Okay, so that's everything outside. Mount Silver. So, outside, day and night, Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise chances. Good odds of a Houndoom. 1F item room. Daytime, Pupitar, Larvitar 6% with Golbat, Electabuzz, Magmar. Nighttime, nothing. Moltres room, Magmar, Electabuzz. Waterfall room, Magmar, Electabuzz. It's the same. Okay, Max Potion. What area is this? Waterfall room, I guess? This is probably one would assume this is waterfall room, given that there's a waterfall in this room. Item room? Spell tag, maybe, is item room? Another waterfall. Another reason for it to feel like item or waterfall room. Okay. If we should know. No, I remember the summit. I remember what this place looks like when you start to get towards red. It's very clear because you're like out on a snowy hilltop. This is Moltres. Okay, Moltres room. Can we get the encounter here? No, this is 5%. This is 1% less likely to get the encounter we want. I'm gonna kill the mole trace just on principle. This is obviously not counting as wasting the encounter. We're just doing this because I kill legendaries. That's what I do in Nuzlocke. Die. There we go. Legendaries are banned anyway by our rules. I usually ban Snorlax. I just didn't bother doing it here. Okay, this is the outside. I'm guessing the item room was that one with items. That like small room with just one item in it. This probably is the item room. Why don't we just check this out? Let's just, because there could be held items for us still too. We found another spell tag. I think we already had one. So there's an entrance. This goes somewhere. There's a person over there. There's a cave too. Oh no, there's not a person. It's a bear. It's a bear doing bear things. Mount Silver. Is this... This must be the waterfall room again. This is probably red. This doesn't look like anything I'm familiar with. Let's make another save state in a different slot. Just in case this game throws a curveball at us and like railroads us into a red fight that we're not supposed to be doing yet. Oh, this is actually vaguely familiar to me. This loop. Wait, is that a different entrance there? Oh, that's this. Weird. Probably there's an item there in base game. I betcha. A hidden item, which this game doesn't have. If I was a betting man, I'd bet the same about that spot. Maybe there's something, if there's something there. Never melt ice? That is not irrelevant, because we probably run Ice Beam on... Do we have one of those, though? We probably have one of those already, right? Almost certainly have a Never Melt Ice, yeah. Do an extra. Okay, but like what room would this be? There's red. Oh man, I don't know what item room would be technically. It's very unclear. I guess we take waterfall room. Yeah. We'll take the waterfall. We'll do the first room. And we missed one more cave, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's an item there, which is over around here. Maybe? Dire hit. Last item pickup of the game, a dire hit. Wait. Okay. Oh, maybe that was a different exit? Well, this is definitely the waterfall room. There's no doubt about this. Let's turn off the repel, get our encounter. Should be obvious who the encounter is when we see it. It is an onyx. Yeah, I guess we don't have an onyx, huh? Can't say that's what I wanted it to be. Right? I don't have a Steelix, I don't think. Ooh, that's concerning. Leech seed this. If it dies, it dies. Nice. Okay. I don't have an onyx nickname in my sheet. It's a lady snake made of steel. Onyx is an agate. Sardonyx is pretty funny. Okay, well, we got 2 new steel types at the very end of the game. I can't see those being useful to me. Okay, I have one of these extra, so we'll buy one more. I have a King's Rock. 2 spell tags. Oh, Never Melt Ice was buyable. That explains a little bit. Two final encounters before the Elite Four rematch in red. Because we can get to Mount Silver, we are able to get our Route 28 and our Mount Silver encounter. Route 28, we get another Headbutt encounter, guaranteed Scyther. We have everything else duped out. Kind of the culmination of our Headbutt encounters. We got Swarm with a Calm Nature. I was actually thinking a regular Scyther, not a Scizor, a Scyther, might have actually been pretty good in the Elite Four, depending on what he learned, because they could learn Taunt. So like Taunt plus X-Scissor on a Scyther might have actually been like a better Umbreon counter than anything we've seen so far. Unfortunately, with minus attack and Swarm. Well, I mean, if it's X-Scissor, then Swarm is obviously better than Technician, but you know, Technician has other applications. But yeah, anyway, with minus attack and a 6 attack IV, I don't think Scyther's it, so I'm not even going to try to bring him to the Elite Four. This is actually a really good Scizor, though, with 31 HP and high defenses. I just don't know if we have anywhere in the game that we're going to use a Scizor at this point. I mean, I can evaluate it when it comes time to fight Red. Maybe that's a place. And then, yeah, inside Mount Silver, we ended up getting an Onyx. I went for the Tyranitar, a Dark type that can learn Taunt and can learn Brick Break, which would have been another potentially really good counter for Karen's Umbreon, assuming that it's still a threat. Again, we don't know with the rematch. It's blind. But alas, we got the Onyx. Minus defense plus speed. Pretty mediocre IVs. Yeah, that doesn't seem that great. So both of those are duds. I think our Elite Four team is these 6 fellows right here. The level cap is 70. And the reason for that... Well, I don't know why it's 70. It is 70. We're going off of the actual level caps, like built into the game for the Elite Four, just like we did last time. And I thought it was going to be 68, because I thought it would be based off of lowest level of the person before Lance, but I don't think that's the case. So this should be a consistent level cap with how we played it earlier. So this should be fine. This should be the same, but it's just not what I was expecting. I might want to go to the move relearner real quick and just take a peek at these guys again. It probably doesn't matter, though. They probably are fine. Might as well take these Oran berries with me, just in case. Two hundreds for death. Damn, son. Okay. Alright, Will led with a Giraffe Rig last time. Psychic Rock Smash, Agility, Baton Pass. What did I beat that with last time? Dark. Knock off Gliscor. What did I do for that? Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. No Ice Punch. Is Fire Punch gonna do anything for me? That Fly wouldn't. Not really. Thunder Punch, Thunder Punch. Could be... water types. Thunder Punch would technically be better than D-Claw. Yeah, T-Wave here is not really doing much. Let's take Thunder Punch, I think. Yes. Moonblast, Psychic Taunt, Thunderbolt, Earthquake, Knockoff, Spikes, Fly. Dragon Claw, Extreme Speed, T-Punch, Fly. Surf, Psychic, Yawn, Slack Off. Moonblast, Wish, Yawn, Charm. Psychic, Surf, Recover, T-Bolt. Okay, and then so we're going to fight Will first, of course. So we should have coverage moves that are relevant for that fight. Excuse me. Oh, Mirror can learn Earthquake. Do I want Earthquake? Be good on Koga. Let's keep Thunder Punch for the Psychic. Because Earthquake's not going to help much there, I don't think. I don't think the other move is going to either, but... Alright, Shadow Ball. Violent and Dial-Up can both take Shadow Ball. We should probably have this. Psychic can be replaced for this first fight. And what about Omelet? I think we're just keeping Moonblast. Few different people that could learn Shockwave. Could be good to have as an out. Some flamethrowers. I feel like I should have Shockwave. Violent's really the only one who could carry this. Shadow Ball. Yeah, 10 base power is relevant for like a Slowbro. Having Thunderbolt over Shadow Ball. I'm just gonna not bring Shockwave, I guess. But then Held Item. What do we give Mime? Maybe Leftovers? I like Leftovers here, I think. I'm not going to do double Leftovers ever. And we can do Lax, I guess, on Togi. Seems fine. Lumberries would be good. Where do we get Lumberries in this game again? Because I think we used up our Lums. Route 46. That is, right here. Okay, we should way over level anything that would threaten us here. That's Asper. Oh, this is 46. That's the Lums. Okay, I think that's probably that. We have enough citrus. I think we're good to go. Might want to buy some stuff. Clear some garbage. I could Shell Bell. Maybe Shell Bell on Togi's not bad. Shell Bell's pretty bad. Shell Bell's not very good in general. PP up. Extra earthquakes, extreme speeds. Recovers. I only have 2 of these. Let's do a recover. Whoops. Fuck. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Fine. Why is he here? Ready for the Elite Four rematch, but it appears that the rival is here. I wonder why. Well, nobody else has anything different. Okay, can I load? Do I get to walk past him? This is not a base game fight. Interesting. I would assume this was... Oh. Okay. I can just walk past him. Interesting. Should we fight this? What level is this? This one's maybe 68? It must be. Let's fight this. But not with the good team, obviously. Last time we fought him, what did he have? He was, this team, yeah. Okay. I did write this level down. It's 68 for this team. I just assumed this was the rematch in, like, the Fighting Dojo or something. Ursaluna Blood Moon is what he had. This thing dies better to special. It's probably just bring a water type. Kingdra, maybe. This feels like a Kingdra. 68, perfect. Alright, Kingdra for Ursaluna. We have a Crobat. You probably... Oh, you're 70. Over-leveled you because I used you. Sizor with Aerial Ace in case it double teams. It seems okay. There's a Victory Bell. Maybe just bring Typho. Since he's the starter, there's kind of some good vibes there. Oh, Houndoom, so that's Poliwrath. And then the Feraligatr. Reptile? Very fast. I mean, I might die to, like, Ice Fang. Like, Ice Fang, Earthquake, and Water moves. Right? That's kind of what we're expecting. As long as I'm not coming in on a Ice Fang, I outspeed. And if I don't kill it outright, I can kill it with somebody else. Tyranitar, Crunch, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Fire Blast. Machamp. Honestly, don't really need the black belt for a Tyranitar. I need to make sure I don't die is what I need. And we're Guts, so we don't even need yeah, this is just Citrus Berry, Machamp. For the Feraligatr, worst thing that could happen is we get a status effect. For the Houndoom, it had double team, so it could try to hacks me, so Citrus. Victory Bell is definitely Lum. Person on you. And then Ursaring. That's probably just damage. I don't have anybody with leftovers currently. Honestly, maybe Sim takes lefties. Alright, let's look at the learn set for Scyther Sizor. Scyther, Aerial Ace, Slash Wing Attack, Psycho Cut Bug Buzz. Metal Claw on Sizor. Twin Needle on Sizor? That's actually kind of sick. Twin Needle learns Flash Cannon? Weird. Metal Claw. Yeah, Sizor is pretty bad in this game, actually. I do want to be Steel type, though, because I want to dodge Poison. Psycho Cut's nice. Psycho Cut, Aerial Ace. And then, like, Metal Claw. Bug Buzz. I can go Protect on this. over Metal Claw. We need to go to the relearner. Let's take this for a second here. 68, 114. That's disgusting. Play rough. Mischance renders this not worth having. On this guy specifically. Flash Cannon? That would allow me to beat fairy types, theoretically. Not that that matters. What does Rock Gem beat? This beats fire types. Very interesting decision. I can beat other fire types, or I can beat fairy types. This beats flyers. This beats... I think we keep Power Gem. I could get rid of... I don't need Extreme Speed. On this. Because he's fast as fuck anyway. Yeah, no. Keep the coverage options. Not that it matters, but like... Well, maybe I should have kept Extreme Speed specifically just for this fight. Snickers would need to be 68, but whatever. We want Protect, and we want Aerial Ace. Wait, what's our other moves on this? Oh yeah, Psycho Cut, and Twin Needle. Okay. Rival fight time. $10. Should I do this in the next episode? I think so. No, because we got the Elite Four and Red. Let's do it. Let's do it in this episode. We should look at his moveset, because it's kind of shit. Brick Break would be really good. Vital Throw goes last, never misses. Let's take Brick Break, Vital Throw. I'm never clicking Double Edge. I can just go through fighting moves on this. Depending on what we decide we want to do. That seems fine. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some heavy editing on this episode, I think, but it's fine. Well, looks like the rival wants to challenge us before we go to the floor again. This is not a fight from base game. This is a new fight, I believe. Pretty sure the only place you fight him after Mount Moon in base game is in Dragon's Den. So this should be the level 68 fight, if I'm not mistaken. So I've leveled the team to here to 68. I've made sure to save everybody for the Elite Four that I want to bring and put them safely in the box. So this is a sort of a B team, but not really, honestly. We're just gonna click Surf and hopefully kill this. We're carrying a damage boosting item. We don't kill. He drops my Spadef and then he dies. Okay, fine. Crobat comes in. For Crobat, we're gonna go to Sim so that we can't be toxic. He goes for Fly. We take this. Presumably he hits me first, then we Psycho Cut. Nice miss, jackass. Scyther's learn set, Scizor 2, they have a weird learn set in this game, because, like, a lot of their iconic moves, in my mind, like Bullet Punch, don't exist. Puts them in kind of a weird spot. Is he going... Okay, he goes Houndoom. Nice, clean switch. Very impressed. AI, very well done, AI. This is just Toadpool, always. Toadpool is the designated Houndoom killer. Holy fuck sticks. We might just barely be dead to crit. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Thank God that he died. Okay. Crobat comes back in. We go back to Sim. He flies again, and we just click Psycho Cut and hit him. He doesn't die. We click it again. I would rather take this, get the Psycho Cut and kill, than protect it. I just want to get him off the board in case he's got evasion bullshit too. Tyranitar hits. The designated counter here is Chadley. Do we think Chadley switches into this safely? If not, Toadpool can get the kill. I think this is fine. Ooh, Guts is enabled. Brick Break. Okay, he's faster, but I'm alive. But he dies, and I Berry. Right? What was that? Yeah, that was a citrus berry, right? Or something? I think it was a citrus berry I put on this guy. I did it. I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure citrus berry just saved our life from the burn, right? Incredible. Excellent, excellent stuff. This is Fuji with a Lumberry, so we don't get slept, and then we can just go ahead and Eruption and wipe the Victory Bell off the map altogether. He does not exist anymore. I really like this Eruption Typhlosion, by the way. I've really enjoyed this. Feraligator's my boy, don't get me wrong. But I'm very happy to have had Typhlosion for the winning run. Or the final run, I guess. We could technically lose. I haven't had too many opportunities to actually play with Eruption like that. Alright. Oh, we gotta think about this. This is never an ice move, so Kuru is safe, right? We just need to not come in on an ice move. We should be good. Do I Giga Drain here? Or do I just go for, like, Leaf Blade for max damage? I think I Giga Drain. I think I would have killed. It's fine, though. I think Leaf Blade killed there. I just wasn't confident, so it felt better. Like, I didn't think I would die to a non-stab ice move from that. Because it's either a relatively low base power Ice Fang or Ice Beam coming off of a weaker special attack. So healing up to full felt like it was the safer option versus trying to go for the direct kill. All right, that'll be it for this episode. Next time, we'll take on the Elite Four proper. All right, we got use out of the Sizor. That's fun. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna go get a drink before we do the next trip. All right, water, wait, no, hold on. Leftovers on you, soft sand, dragon fang, lax incense, mystic water. Right, because you don't have shadow wall, but you do. This should always be, spell tag. I had the wrong item on him before, actually. I wouldn't have realized that, too, if it wasn't for the rival, surprising name. So he must be rematchable, since he just seems to be standing there. My guess would be it was easier to put him here than in, like, Dragon's Den. Alright. Will's team. From not this iteration of the Elite Four, but the Attempt 1 iteration of the Elite Four. Was a giraffe rig, yes. A baton passage elite giraffe rig. Shadow Ball Mime would not beat a giraffe rig if that's the case. But it doesn't have to be a giraffe rig again. I could go Spike. Who did I lead last time? Spike's got plus Spadef. Spike's not bad here. I just led Mime and went like Moonblast. Why did I lead Mime? Am I just stupid? Damn it. Okay, let's lead Spike. Let's punch myself in the throat. Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink, and then I'll be right back. And we'll do this fight. Say something fucked up about the guy got stabbed to death?
Oh yeah, he said something. Rob Reiner, he bitched against Trump. The guy just got murdered.
He's a cruel bastard, that one. Trump. I mean, he's the bitches. All right. Welcome back to the finale of Heart and Soul. Either way, this ends today. I'm gonna lead Gliscor on Will. Before he had a giraffe rig and I led Mime, which wasn't the best, maybe. Worst case scenario, we can go for a knockoff here, then switch, maybe. I guess the worst case scenario would be if he had Ice Beam lead. Gardevoir. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad. Because knockoff is not super effective. Okay, I have to check the learn set in this game. Because if this has the possibility of Ice Beam, I probably can't risk it. It's probably not worth risking it if this could have Ice Beam, I guess, is the better way to look at that. Gardevoir learns Thunderbolt. Gardevoir doesn't seem to learn Ice Beam. I think I can stay in. Shadow Ball, Psychic. I can learn Ice Punch. I don't think this would have Ice Punch. I don't think they give it to it. Maybe I just click Earthquake. Just go for the kill. It's just a Gardevoir. Setting Reflect. I think this still kills. That looks like a solid, well over 2/3 on the first one. A good 70%-ish. A Jinx. See, this is definitely Ice. With Reflect Up, we can't go for the kill. So Ice move, we go to Dial Up on that? I think so. Fat Blizzard coming in. I am not particular. I'm like minus special defense on Slowbro. Slack off? I think we slack. Okay. Misses a Sing. Shadow Ball. Okay, now we gotta try for a Wake Up. I'm cooked! It's cooked! Well, it took it 2 attempts to get a Sing off. That's about what you'd expect. 140 damage in 2, right? I could risk it. Do I feel like I need to? This thing's almost out of blizzards. That might be the other thing to consider here. It doesn't have anything good for me. I can go to Starmie, I think. I go for Surf. Perish Songs me. Surf. Kills. Executor, Perish, count to 1. Mira? Yeah, this wants to go grass, so switching to a dragon on a grass move is great. Sleep powders. That's surprising. I would have thought it had a kill. This is just Dragon Claw, maybe? Well, we could fly. We can go for Wake Up on... Ancient Power is really annoying here. Ooh, that's really bad. Because we're risking this getting a boost. I think we go Mime now. I don't know. I should have sped up there because I didn't see what that was. Let's go Shadow Ball. Okay, he clicks Ancient Power. We're fine. Shadow Ball him. He's still alive. He soft boils. Shadow Ball him. Okay. Xatu. This could have a physical flying move for us. I could just click T-Bolt or Shadow Ball. T-Bolt's better. I can go back to Rigel and kill it that way. Any chance of ice on this? Giga Drain. Aerial Ace. No chance of ice. I think we just go to Gliscor. Future Sight. Let's land a knockoff. Let's land a knockoff. Confuse Ray. Future Sight. Omelet, maybe? How's the bulk compare? 150? 133? I feel like there's not much point in staying in once I'm already confused. Let's go omelet. Nice. A Grumpig. Okay, so they're definitely gonna have Hoenn Pokemon mixed in. Do I switch to clear confusion? This probably has Power Gem. I bet you this learns Power Gem. Yeah, it's in its base moveset. We're a little chewed up here already. It's a little rough. I mean, this could take it. I don't have any healing on this. Leaves me a space to bring Omelet back later. What about Rigel? This learns Thunderbolt. This could be Thunderbolt here. So maybe this is like a Scout. I could switch to somebody just as a chance to check its moveset. If it's an electric move, if it had Thunderbolt, this would be a free switch to Spike. If it has Power Gem, we take a 1x hit. Grumpig's not that good. I think we can check this on Spike. Teeter dances me. Wait, why does it teeter dance? I was already confused. Did I snap out? Ooh, I forgot about the Future Sight. I could have been hosed there. I forgot about the Future Sight. Back to Omelet? And just go for this? Power Gem. Damn it, it does have Power Gem. It just didn't do it on the Switch. I shouldn't have switched to Omelet. I could set a wish. Let's think about that. What happens here? I wish it teeter dances, and then I switch and I'm not getting confused on the Switch. Or I wish and it power gems, and then I'm at low HP, but I'm switching anyway. And I'm switching to it being dead, and then wish triggers on the guy that comes in. I think wish is the play here. We're not dead to crit. We do outspeed. I thought we did. Togekiss is deceptively fast. Yeah, and it teeter dances. That's perfect. Okay, so now we go to Violent. Power Gem. Then Wish back to full and Shadow Ball. Power Gem, Shadow Ball. Power Gem, Shadow Ball. Beautiful. Okay. Slow bro. I think we're okay. We'll play it safe. Let's make sure we're not gonna get fucked. This does not learn... This does learn Shadow Ball, right? Right. Of course. I have my own Slowbro. I know this learns Shadow Ball. I don't think I died to one, though. Okay, it just curses. That's the other reason not to switch, because it might not. If it doesn't have Shadow Ball, it's got something else, and yeah. All right, cool. One down. All right, I don't think I need to restore any PP here yet. All right, so we're going to Koga. We need Psychic back. $100 healing on either of these. All right. Soft sand. Yes. Leftovers. This is Koga, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, Koga second. I had a moment of doubt. Last time he led Ariados. I think Mime lead is still not bad. Or Rigel lead. Let's go Rigel. Alright, Mystic Water is unnecessary. Leftovers doesn't feel like it does anything here exactly. Dragon Fang, Spell Tag. We'll give you the leftovers. I think these are just Lumberries? Maybe? Alright, we're gonna lead Starmie. Tentacruel lead. How do I feel about that? That feels fine. It probably doesn't die. Maybe it does. 3-level differential. It's a good Starmie. Nope, survives and Giga drains me. That's bad. I should take that, right? Oh god, I take that easy. What the fuck? Wait, I take so little. Why do I take so little from that Giga Drain? That feels... Do you know what? Maybe I just don't know how good a good Starmie really is. We are plus special defense. 31 spin to IP. Max special defense Starmie with min HP though. Well, not quite. Yeah, min HP actually. Well, anyway, I suppose this is also Giga Drain, right? If I took the last one, do I know it? Oh, Bug Buzz. This could be Bug Buzz. Does Gliscor resist Bug? It does, yeah, because it's flying. Of course it does. Duh. Does it quad resist Bug? No. This is always Gliscor, I think, though. Actually, do you have better? Well, you're no, because you're a flying or a fairy type. That's obviously bad. Go spike. Fly. Survives. I can go to Mira. I think we go to Mira here. I don't think I don't think it's worth trying to sneak the kill in when I'm confused. There's too much to lose there. Not that I think he has any priority. It also gives me the option to extreme speed. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this. I brought Mira on the team because I just kind of wanted to, because it's a shiny Dragonite that's fun. And I wanted to bring something that wasn't just, you know, the same mons we've been using over and over again. Do we think this evades? Why would this come in? Do we think he has an answer for this Dragonite? To the learn sets. Can Muck learn an Ice or Dragon move in this game? It can learn Ice Punch in this game. We can't stay in here. This is probably Spike and Earthquake. No, but if it's Ice, I'm switching from Ice to a thing that dies to Ice. That's really dumb. So this is Slowbro? Oh, it clicks Toxic. Okay. We minimize. That's really annoying. Oh, Slowbro, you're goated, dude. You're a hero. Do I just stay in? That's evil. T-Punch Dragonite. Stocks going up. And now I extreme speed. Nice! Dragonite is paying off. She's paying off. Mira's proven why she's here. This is Spike. Maybe I should have checked the set. Switching between these two is very dangerous. Okay, just stocking. EQ. Amnesia, and he dies because he's a bitch. Nidoking. This can definitely have an ice move in this game. I think this can have an ice move in base game. Icy Wind, Ice Punch, and Ice Beam. I don't have any scout capability on this. We go to Slowbro once to find out if it's got an ice move. Or I go to Omelet, and if it doesn't have an ice move, then I can do something. Omelet will bait poison though. Let's go Omelet. Omelet can take a poison move, I think. Wow, can it? Okay, it's got Surf. Unexpected. I can outspeed this. I can go Charm? Or do we think this is Sludge Bomb? Do we think Sludge Bomb kills me now? Is this ever Surf again? Fuck. I don't know what to expect from this Nidoking. The moveset is too wide. This is definitely never Moonblast. I could click Yawn if I believe I can tank one. And then I have options, because then it'll sleep. I think Spike takes a Surf from this, personally. We can think about the math. It just clicks Surf. I went from 207 to 168. So that was 40 damage. That was a 1x Surf. So a super effective move, similar base powers, double that. And then you add Stab. Sludge Bomb, I think, and Surf are both 90? Or Sludge Bomb 80? Because Sludge Wave is the thing. I think it's 90 Sludge Bomb. Maybe we should just fucking look. I mean, I guess I don't think Sludge Wave is a thing in this game, right? Okay, Sludge Bomb. Base 90. Always base 90? Think so. Okay. And Surf is 90. So it's 120. 120 and then on a crit, actually double that. We're dead. We're very dead to crit then. Eat. Okay, the other angle to look at here is this. 150 Spadef. This is 133. So we take, say 60 damage if we switched into a Surf here. I really want to know if this is a physical move coming here. Like, if this is a Sludge Bomb versus a Poison Jab, that matters a lot for Mr. Mime killing this. Spike also might just kill this on an Earthquake. How fucked am I if Spike dies? I mean, I have Mira as a backup flyer now that I didn't have last time. I think we go Spike and we see what happens. Fire blasts me. Okay, I am on the cusp of dodging Surf Crit, I think. I'm gonna Earthquake. Maybe we just kill. We don't. And it misses a Lovely Kiss. Sick. Okay. So Lovely Kiss, Fire Blast, Surf on this Nidoking? What a weird set. There's some funky movesets in this game. Which, given that it is kind of a semi-limited Emerald-like a move roster, whatever you want to say, like the availability of moves is based on Emerald, the TMs are Emerald, with just a few extra moves added in to like support Fairy type. They maybe, you know, maybe that's a little bit why they got to get a little funky to kind of plug some gaps there in the movesets. All right. Do I need PP, 6 recover, 9 psychic, 3 extreme speed? I think I'm okay on 3 for this. It's 4 or 4 earthquakes, maybe. Actually, how many? I have probably like a billion left of berries. Yeah. All right, we're going into Bruno. Maybe we lead Omelette for Bruno? I like Omelette lead, I think. Let's do lefties. Lum. Dragon Fang. Doesn't matter here. Leftovers is getting switched. Lum doesn't really matter here. And yeah. Leftovers an Omelette. Sharp Beaks for Mira. And Spike. Shell Bell on Slowbro? No, I think Slowbro's lose condition is getting, like, paralyzed, honestly. Let's lum him. And then I think for Violet and Rigel, if they have to switch into something, Citrus is their best chance of survival. Alright, we're going Togekiss for Bruno. Actually, let me look at my movesets one more time. Moonblast, I haven't changed them, which is why I want to double check them. Moonblast is more damage. You will be flying. Okay, everybody should be set up here. Okay, actually... No, hold on. He's almost certainly going to have at least some rock type. So maybe... Yeah, let's go with a water boosting item on Starmie. Because a miracle or a berry is not likely to provide value here. I might as well have damage boost so that I can kill, like, a big scary, you know, I don't know, on a Steelix or something if I can get Rigilin on it, I guess. Do I want to have Earthquake over Fly on Spike? Fly would be good, obviously, on, like, a straight fighting type, but if I'm fighting any rock types... EQ's better. What did he have in his team last time? Let's think about this. He definitely is going to have some Hoenn Pokemon too, right? What could he have from Hoenn? Hariyama? Medicham? He had a Heracross. He only had a Steelix last time. Honestly, nah, yeah. This is our designated Steelix counter. Let's do that. Soft Sand, Earthquake for Steelix. Because we'll dodge Earthquakes from the Steelix. I think that's good. If he's got rocks that's non-stab, it's fine. Yeah, then we'll keep the Lumberry on Slowbro rather than give him a boosting item for water. I don't want to overcommit to water. Actually, if I'm doing designated counter for Steelix on... Gliscor, I should have put the Citrus back on Starmie, I think. He leads Steelix. Which means he wants to do a like, rock move here. No, he wants to steal here. He wants to do like a Steel Tail. Yeah, no, we switch. Yeah. Ooh, Evil! Leading the Steel type to counter the Fairy leads on the Fighting Trainer. Very smart. I like it. Very good. Very nice. Good game design. Do I have any other good options? No. This is just... I gotta go to Spike. Okay. What is the drop effect on Iron Tail? That's really unlucky. Defense down by 1? That's bad. I'm probably dead to crit now. Can I afford to switch out of this again? I could go to Slowbro. Ooh, this is a hard call. This probably outspeeds Slowbro. I'm taking 2 hits before I can do anything. And then that's one of my Psychic types kind of used up for later trainers. Oh, fucking shit. I don't think I kill this in 1. Because I'm minus attack. Like, it's Soft Sand Earthquake, but it's a Steelix. Um... 60 damage. Did you take, what, 1.5 times on a drop? Is that the way to think about it? I don't know if that's the way to estimate that. Let me think about this. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just boot up a random pairing in a Pokemon calculator. So I got Run and Bun open in another tab, so I'll just do one of those. Okay, so if I'm taking 38 to 46 from an Azumarill, and then I go -1 on defense, and I'm taking 59 to 69. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 1.5 times. Okay. Much easier just to check it than to Google it. That doesn't count as running a calc, because I'm not actually calcing the fight. So if I took 60, then I'll take 90, and I'm definitely dead to crit. He has to hit. He has to crit. He has to not die. The level difference here is not as favorable as it was the first time through. We're not dead to 1x. So basically, the 60 becomes 90. We're very dead to crit. I'm going to risk it, because he could miss, he might not click it, he might do something else. The last thing I would want is to, like, switch and have this, like, curse or something. Wow, less than half. Please don't kill me. Okay. Now he's going for the kill for sure. This is Slowbro. This has to be Slowbro here. Surf. Okay, at least we get the kill there without him doing anything else. This is a bug move. This is Dragonite. And Fly. Okay. Poliwrath. Also Fly, I think. I could hit Thunder Punch, but I think I need the damage on this. This could be Ice Beam. Oh god, it's Blizzard! Oh, I should have thought about that more! Okay, he's dead, but that was not worth the risk. That was a mistake. I was too tunnel vision on the fighting, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that, yeah, of course that can have Blizzard. That was a huge mistake. That was a Starmie switch. That was always a Starmie switch. Yeah. That is a switch to Starmie. Because it's never going to be like a fighting move. So it's switched to Starmie to scout for the ice move. And then if it has the ice move, we stay in and we have to try to kill it on Rigel. And if it doesn't have the ice move, we could go back to Mira. Rigel probably killed that too. So it's not really like that different of a timeline, I guess. This probably has rocks. I think we take a rock slide though. Do I just fly? What if this has setup? Theoretically speaking, if this had, let's say this is bulk up. If this had bulk up, would I rather Dragon Claw twice versus flying once? I think so. I'm gonna Dragon Claw. That way, if it does... I mean, it was the crit, but I'm still really surprised that the crit is lethal on a Machamp. Honestly, same logic. If it's got bulk up, I don't want it to get a defense boost before I do damage. Or if it has Belly Drum. It would have died to fly, but if I would have missed, I could have died to that. Belly Drum is actually the even bigger reason to attack into these. Yeah. Belly Drum is more of a threat than bulk up. That's why you don't click fly. 100%. Honestly, should you just carry Wing Attack over fly? Or Aerial Ace over fly? Maybe you should. Now I'm intimidated. This probably could have Ice Punch. Let's go to Dial Up. If it's Ice Punch, then we're good. Pursuits me, that's good because I'm switching out with the intent of fighting it with somebody else anyway. Really, my dude. We Psychic here. And now we Slack off. And now we Psychic. Out fucking blade! Okay, we made a huge mistake there that could have killed Dragonite maybe. But we didn't get punished, so... We had a 5% chance to fuck ourselves by clicking the fly button without thinking first. So let's not do that again. I think this is Mime Lead. And then we got to think about if we think she's gonna... if we need to taunt something. What changes here on Dark? Ooh, is it Mime Lead? Probably, yeah. Because the worst case scenario, yeah. Let's lead Mime. We can switch. We can always switch out. Lumberry is probably fine here. The incense is fine here. This is still soft sand. Leftovers on the Big Bird probably is good. All right, I think I like citrus. That's fine. I could elixir slow, bro. I think I will. All right, any different moves I want to carry for this? Brick Break, maybe? Let's look at Brick Break. Mira can take it. Do I delete Thunder Punch now? I think so. Yeah, Thunder Punch. Ooh, Thunder Punching a Gyarados in the fucking face. That's a thing. I'm not gonna fly in this fight. We can reteach fly later. Brick Break here doesn't do anything because this is 150 base versus 150 base Earthquake. What about 4x things? And Tyranitar? What else? What else would be 4x? Yeah, but I would just Earthquake Tyranitar anyway. It's not even... It's 4x, sure, but Earthquake is 2x, so it doesn't matter. So that's not it. I don't think we take Brick Break on this. I think we just keep what we got. Especially with Sand. Then I went with the Dragon Fang here. Maybe I don't Fang then? I can Black Belt this. Yeah. Maybe? 150... I could also... like... evasion item it or something. Or just go with Citrus. Let's Citrus this. With extreme speed... Actually, let's Lum this. Yeah, let's Lum this. I like that better. Alright, last check. Citrus Berry, leftovers, Lum, Lum. Wait, double Lum? Yes. Yes. Alright, we're gonna lead Mime here again. If it's the Umbreon, we'll assume it's got evasion bullshit again. If it's something else, which it probably almost certainly is something else, we'll have to evaluate based on our lead whether or not we think we should taunt. This is gonna be an interesting fight. Because so much of how we beat Karen depended upon the fact that we had scouted her in a previous attempt, essentially, right? We knew what kind of lead we needed. Okay, I'm 100% just taunting this. Growth? What the fuck? That was not the setup move I expected, but it works. Okay, 2-shot. It shadow balls me. I take that pretty easily. It does heal. Does not die. We don't die. We get Citrus Berry and we kill it. Persian? Is this just a case of, like, highest damage? Maybe it's got a steel move. Persian. Night slash, fake out. Let's look at the moveset. Let's play this smart. Let's not rush it. Even though I rush a lot of things. Persian in this game. Fake out, Shadow Claw. Oh, it's Shadow Claw. Right, because we're still weak to Ghost. Yes. Yes. I don't have a resist for that. I can go to Mira and I can break this. What are my other options here? But not many. I think this is just a Mira switch. Let's save Omelet for a Dark type. Let's go Mira. This could have Icy Wind. Oh, it's got Iron Tail. Genuinely shocking. Alright, I'm gonna break. Ooh, Hypnosis. It outspeeds me and has Hypnosis. And it just fucking dies. We are Lumberry. So that was actually fine. Oh, Weavile. Okay, so if I am faster, I just win. But I'm not confident of that. And if I'm not faster, I just lose. What is my play for a Weavile, actually, though? Violent kills it, but can I bring Violet in already damaged? 107 Speed F on you. But this shit is probably physical, right? I go dialed up on an ice move, and then I just click Surf? See if I kill it? I don't know what other good options I have for this. I am pretty vulnerable to ice. I was kind of just very much on the mindset of ice isn't going to be here, but like, yeah, Weavile's a thing that exists. Okay, it is going special. Do we think it's a special Weavile? I'm just going to Surf. No, Feint Attack. Is this Technician ever? Oh, that's nothing. So that's also nothing? I am dead to crit. Okay, let's do some mental math. Speed 187. No, speed doesn't matter. Speed is whatever. Let's think about this. 156 special. Starmie is 161. So Thunderbolt versus Surf on this is like kind of the same. Well, no, because Surf is stab on this guy. You're carrying a Sea Incense though, so I think okay, we kill this with Surf on Starmie. If we outspeed. Do we think we ever die to a dark move from this? Maybe not. This is switch Mira on Feint Attack, baiting an ice move, going to Rigel and clicking Surf, I believe. Okay, Blizzard incoming, we go to Rigel. And now we kill with Stab, boosted Surf. Nice. Whew. Let's go. Honchkrow. This definitely kills me. I outspeed this. This is pretty frail. T-Bolt probably kills this. Sucker Punch doesn't exist in Gen 3, right? Dark Pulse, Knockoff, Bite. I mean, this has some pretty good moveset. I really think I just kill this. I believe. I believe in my boy Starmie. Okay, so it didn't see the kill? So it did, like, fucking Razor Wind or something? Crazy. I believed in my boy Starmie and I was wrong. Do I switch on the Houndoom? Or do I believe in Starmie once more? No, we just switch. This is like Spike for Earthquake. Spike just kills this. I think I made this mistake before, right? Thinking I easily outspeed Houndoom and I don't. Because that's why I swung. I was like, I easily outspeed this. But I don't. I could have died. Well, you know what? Never punished, I guess. Yeah, 144 speed, like a 9 IV ain't great, but like that's gotta be close. Well, maybe not. Actually, yeah, looking at these speed stats. I'm curious, what is Houndoom's base speed? How close is this? Houndoom base speed is 95. Gliscor is probably one of those Pokemon I always think is faster than it is. Yeah, I always think it's faster than it actually is. No, they're the same base speed, 95, 95. So this is probably literally down to my low IV, because they're probably perfect IV. So it's probably just a few points higher than me. This was his last Mon, right? Time for Omelet? Ow! Just kill it, Omelet. That's what I want from my boy Omelet. Okay. We're deathless through Karen. We're on to Lance. That's very nice to see. The whole team has pulled their weight, too. We've, like, used everybody here. We've had some real, like, proper brawls and shit. This is great. Well, obviously the big thing going into Lance is Ice Beam. Which we get on Dial-Up. Over Surf. I could surf Aerodactyls. I could surf Charizards. No, Ice Beam over Psychic. Yeah. And then on Rigel... Same logic, right? I can T-Bolt the Gyarados if he's got a Gyarados still. Psychic doesn't help me against anything he typically has. Yeah. Mira can just Dragon Claw. We can just keep Brick Break. That's fine. We should put Flyback on her, actually. Should we? Yes. Brick Break's not going to be that useful here, I don't think. T-Punch is another Gyarados option, so I don't hate that. Okay, let me get my healing and stuff done and items moved around. Alright, Moonblast, Dragon Claw, Fly, Extreme Speed, Ice Beam, EQ, or Knockoff, or something. Depending on if he's got something weird. PP check. Fine. PP's fine. Healing. Oh, I'm out of hypers. I guess I can full restore Spike. It's fine. He earns it. Okay, held items. Leftovers on you is probably good. We'll never melt Dial-Up in Rigel. We Dragon Fang Mira. And then for Mime, I don't know, Lax? Magnet? Maybe Lax and we just start swinging on Mime? I could lead Starmie and just start swinging on Starmie. Because if it is a Gyarados lead, then Starmie's an answer for that too. Starmie answers kind of most things he would have. So if we're switching Violet into something... Yeah, I guess Lax is fine. Never melts. Alright, I don't believe in Lax, honestly. Ah, fuck it, it's fine. Alright. Bathroom break, and then fight. Okay. So what do we honestly expect? Flygon Salamence? Probably. This is going to be Starmie's last stand in the sense that I'm bleeding Starmie and probably just going to run it straight into the ground. You know, we don't have much game left. Literally one more trainer fight after the champ, which is Red. I don't see any reason to risk switching on this fight at all. Yeah. The worst thing we can do is lose the run because we've, you know, switched too much. We tried to save Pokemon that don't matter. Salamence lead. 07's to Salamence. Charizard. What item am I carrying on this? Oh, it's Never Melt. Yeah. This is just Surf. I think we kill this. Nope. But he's greedy. He greeted. Ice Beam. Oh my god. Starmie. Holy shit. Surf should always be better. Stab is more than what? This is insane! Bro, what the fuck? Okay, that's Lance, everybody. Thanks for coming. Starmie, what the fuck? Holy shit, the Starmie is broken. That's a no damage Lance. Blind, Calculus, no damage Lance. The only move he got off the entire fight was Swords Dance? Holy shit. Alright, well, I'll see you at Red. The level cap for Red is 77. I'm gonna assume Red is like Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise. Let's find Red's base game team. obvious things would be like Snorlax, Machamp. Red is in the Black and White 2 tournament? That's sick. Lapras. And Sun and Moon Battle Tree. That's cool too. Pikachu, Lapras, Snorlax, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. And Gen 2, he had an Espeon instead. I could see Machamp, Alakazam, something like that being here. I think he definitely has Pikachu, Snorlax, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. I think that's essentially guaranteed. Alright, let's accelerate through the thing. The end. Do we think there's anything post Elite Four rematch to do? Probably not. Alright, the final fight of the run! The formal ending of all long Johto runs in my mind. So we got a Pikachu, probably. We can consider his moveset in this game. He might have some cheeky shit. Or he could have Surf, maybe. Play rough. Does learn Surf. I think we want a fast ground type. Honestly, it's probably still just like Gliscor. I don't see why it shouldn't be Gliscor. He's gotten us this far. I guess we consider counters for... Okay, counter for Blastoise. Flashbang. Easy. Optimal counter for, like, any water type. Plus bringing Flashbang to red seems fun. Also a backup for Pikachu. Technically. A Venusaur counter. If we bring a poison type. Or we could bring something that can't be leech seeded. Or like Eruption, Cyndaquil. Executor? Yeah. That's a good... Yeah, we haven't used that yet. That's a perfect counter for a Venusaur. Charizard. Rocks. Arrow? Because it's our best special defensive rock type. So it's the best bet. Well, no, because you're bug, so that's a liability. Yeah. Why is Tangrowth over here? You should be by the grass types. Okay, and then we have probably a Snorlax. Fighting type for that would be ideal. Something that can take a hit and keep on licking. Physically, you are 104. And you are 125. Okay, 60 versus 68. $79 speed. How fast is Lax? $61 but minus speed, but 30 speed IV. Okay, which means Machamp should like outspeed that. But kind of barely. I feel like bringing Hera. Let's do it. Heracross. And then last slot would... Okay, let's look at this again. Last slot would traditionally be a Lapras. Or an Espeon. I would also not be surprised. Let's look at the teams from other games. I wouldn't be surprised to see an iconic like Gen 1 Mon like Machamp or Alakazam or something here. He has a Machamp in Let's Go. So there's precedent for Machamp too. But we got like multiple flying types for like a Machamp. This should be a dark type in the last slot. We should count on the Espeon. So we have Honchkrow. Honchkrow, Mightyena, Shiftry. I doubt he'd have a dragon, but he could. I'm not bringing a fairy type currently. Do we think we should bring a fairy? Fairy type or dark type? That's the question. Dark Pulse, 84 Spadef, level 66. 78, level 61 with Crunch. Knockoff Dark Pulse, 80 Spadef. The problem is, I don't like our dark types. These all feel like fairly frail and weak dark types. Togekiss is probably the thing. Do I want to bring 3 flyers? If he has ice coverage, it puts me in an awkward spot. Maybe Mime? Mime, you know what? Mime is a mascot of the run. Let's bring Mr. Mime. Okay, so 2 from the Elite Four and some other guys that we haven't used in a little bit. The level is 77. Actually, let's make a save here just in case of a misclick because we can't PK hex this game. Alright. Lefties. Flashbanger Benedict, maybe? Let's do Benedict with lefties. Because he's got Leech Seed. Sand on Spike. Spike! No, yeah, keep the sand. Just go full damage, that's fine. Black Belt, Heracross. Hardstone Arrow. Magnet, Lantern. I guess we just Bright Powder Violent. Alright. Let us go find red. I don't remember explicitly where I'm supposed to go. Oh, that looks right. Mount Silver is kind of a shit dungeon, honestly, because it's like overly long for what it is. Because it's just some wild Pokemon catch areas, and then like one fucking trainer fight. It's kind of a dud area. Because it's just, encounters aren't exciting in post-game. They just aren't. Like, if this was earlier, if this was like pre-Elite Four, at least like pre-Elite Four, well, it is pre-Elite Four rematch. Actually, honestly, that would be the cool thing. Is in a ROM hack, making Mount Silver open up before the first run at the Elite Four. That'd be cool. Here he is, red. The summit of Mount Silver. We are leading Gliscor for presumably a Pikachu lead, which he usually has. I'm assuming his team isn't changing too much because it's very iconically tied to the character, but it could be. So I planned for a Blastoise counter, a Venusaur counter, a Charizard counter, a Snorlax counter, and then kind of a catch-all. He probably has an Espeon or a Lapras, because those are what he has in Gen 2 and Gen 4. He could have a Machamp because that's what he has in Let's Go. So those seem like the three most likely one. If it follows Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver, it'll be Espeon, and we should have a Dark type here instead of Violent, but Violent is a special defense tank and can beat an Espeon, so I think that's fine. Actually should check my movesets. Coming off of the Elite Four, it's worth thinking about. That seems fine. That seems good. Seems good. Sure. T-Bolt. Maybe, yeah. Okay, here's what we should do. This should be Shadow Ball. On Violent. Over T-Bolt. Alright. The final fight of the entire run. Pokemon Trainer Red. It is a Pikachu. Level 93. Our level cap is 77 because it's based off his low Pokemon. It is hailing, but that is always true here, right? Okay, he has Double Team. That's awful, but he dies like a bitch. Alright. First hurdle's done because it's a Double Team Pikachu lead, which is bullshit. Alright, Blastoise. We could have considered the hail and brought an Ice type deliberately to take advantage of that. But, didn't think about it, and honestly, none of our Ice types are that impressive. We take it. Easy. Okay, we look at hail damage, and I click a fat Thunderbolt. You bitch! You carry Earthquake, you cheating bitch! This probably doesn't die, either. Do we think Ice Beam kills here? No, I don't think Ice Beam kills. I think we go Gliscor. I think Gliscor can take the kill. Flashbang's definitely dead if I keep it here. I could go Snickers. Arrow's not as dead. Then no, because this doesn't have good coverage options for Charizard. It definitely has a Zard if he's got a Blastoise. Fuck you, dude. Apparently the Hydro Pump kills. I mean, that's stab Hydro Pump. I'm not shocked Hydro Pump would deal 66 to Flashbang. Bad luck. Bad luck that he picked it out of all the moves. Bad luck that it hit. Let's think about this for a second. If I go here, I can hit Earthquake. If I go here, I could hit Brick Break. That's okay. That's a pretty substantial difference in base power. I can Bullet Seed, actually. Yeah, let's go Khepri. And let's just Bullet Seed. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, it's an Espeon. This is a Psychic move. I probably can't stay in on this. I think we sack Flashbang. I hate to say it, but as much as I'm very fond of Flashbang and I don't want to see him die, it's the last fight. This is the objectively the correct play. I think saving Flashbang for the switch to Gliscor was worth trying, because that kept us this option of having another switch later. I guess if we would have just sacked there, then we'd have Spike up, and we could sack Spike here. It's kind of the net same. I don't know. Maybe switching was a mistake. Maybe I should have just initially sacked Lantern altogether. Because maybe I could have tried to kill this with Gliscor and it might have worked. He's faster. That's not surprising. We take it. We're pretty sturdy on Special Bulk. And he is not, at least not with the crit. Okay, Mr. Mime maybe saving the run? Probably not. We got other options. I mean, we are down 2. That was 2 dead to 2 dead, actually. If I outspeed this, I can get some chip damage on this, and maybe I can kill this more consistently on Arrow. Like, if I... Man, I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to hit Crunch on that. I think I have to swing. We're expecting a Snorlax in the back. We expect Snorlax and Venusaur, which are easily beaten by Khepri and Benedict. Do I have a play here on Violent that could keep him alive? I mean, the play on Violent that keeps him alive is just killing this. He's faster. Unexpected? We're actually, like, super cooked if we don't kill this. It's actually really bad for us. Holy shit. We actually missed the first Rock Slide. Holy shit. So, we had what? Two 10% chances to lose? Essentially? Well, like, the first miss... Yeah, so it would be 10% of 10%. We had like a 1% chance to lose, modulated by the crit chance of Steel Wing. I have to sack to this, I think. I could click Rock Slide. I could fly for chip damage. Rock Slide flinch versus fly for 2 ticks of hail. Or, well, plus 1 tick of hail. Or crunch for defense draw? That's probably the highest, like, gain. Because we don't run the risk of missing again. What is the odds of crunch dropping? 20%. We crunch here. I don't think it matters. Oh, that's interesting. That's dangerous. What do we do? Do I go to Capri now? I think I have to go to Capri now. Oh, the para. That might be the run. Fuck. We might lose. I think we might lose. I have to Earthquake. We died a Body Slam. Yeah, switching to Kepri was a mistake. Because I should have considered the fact that Curse increases attack, almost assuredly giving him a kill on Snickers. I should have assumed that this was a hit coming in, that he would never Curse there, and I should have swung. That's my mistake. I blew it. Sleep. Psychic. He wakes up. He's +2. I should have paid more attention to the damage from Psychic. I don't know if this is it matters a lot if Psychic kills here. I don't think he kills me anyway. Holy shit. I can be sleep powdered in this game. I didn't think about that. I just need to wake up and kill him? Come on, dude, wake up. I need you to wake up. I need you to wake up, though. Holy shit! That was hairy, dude. I fully predicted his team, and I still nearly lost. I nearly paid the full price there, still. The Heracross switch was so bad. It was so bad. The thing is, it wouldn't have mattered if he didn't paralyze. I would have been fine if he didn't paralyze. But I never should have switched. That was just a fuck up. That was just a bad logic. I was worried about him setting up more, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that, like, yeah, I'm at 60 HP and he's +1 attack. He obviously kills me. I'm an Aerodactyl. Even if I resist all his moves, he kills me at that point, probably. Okay. Pokemon Heart and Soul completed. Excellent ROM hack. There's a great enhancement on a like a great vanilla plus type ROM hack, right? Having the Heart Gold Soul Silver experience rebuilt in the Gen 3 engine with a bunch of quality of life things and like vastly improved level curve and encounter tables, like 2 thumbs up. Great. Excellent. If I have any complaints, a little too much dependence on like double team hacks, which is somewhat understandable given that it's Gen 3, like it's very Gen 3 centric, like they only added a few moves to the game overall, so there's only so many options for how they can add any difficulty to the teams and how they can design teams. But even with that being said, I think double team showed up twice as often as it should in this game. Just because it's kind of an annoying thing. Other than that, I don't know, yeah. Not too many other complaints. I guess the game is a little solvable, but like Johto, like the full Johto Kanto side of things gives you so many encounters I feel like it's almost impossible to not make the game solvable, like in terms of encounter routing, because unless you're doing like every Pokemon up through Gen 8 or some shit, right? If you're keeping a thematically restricted Pokedex like this, I think there's just a limit to how much you can push it. So it ends up being this way, where you can route into some very powerful encounters. Fairy type is completely broken in Johto, but that's not a problem. Like, Fairy type is broken in general, and Fairy type is particularly broken in Johto because of the construction of the Elite Four. And if one of your design goals is to include Fairy type in Johto, there's no way to get away from that beyond like coverage moves. And again, that's where the limited movesets come in. There's not as much option maybe to counter Fairy types. I think if anything, they should have maybe given like Lance and maybe Karen as well some sort of dedicated Fairy type counter. Well, I guess they might have, right? Because like, didn't Karen have like Vileplume? Well, she gets Vileplume normally, but like, yeah. My point is, Fairy types do way too much work in this game, and so short of just directly nerfing Fairy type, having more options to counter it is probably the thing to do. Yeah, okay, so here's what it was, right? Karen had a Vileplume, but it didn't carry Sludge Bomb. This Vileplume 100% should have Sludge Bomb. It's Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, Leech Seed substitute. This should be Sleep Powder, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed substitute. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Houndoom does have Iron Tail as a fairy counter. That is pretty effective. But there should be more than one fairy counter on this team. And then like Lance was Gyarados, Dragonite, Charizard, Dragonite, Aerodactyl, Dragonite. And he carried nothing. Steel Wing on Charizard. Yeah, he had just Steel Wing on Charizard to counter that. That's not enough. Give Lance like a Crobat. It's a thing with wings. It's close enough to a dragon. It's fine. Cut the third Dragonite. Give him a Crobat. Or just honestly put like Steel Wing or Iron Tail in Dragonite's learn set and let him have it as a balancing factor. But these are all nitpicks. Overall, yeah, great ROM hack. That'll be it for Heart and Soul. Yeah, see you in the next ROM hack, whenever that may be. Alright, now we're here with red defeated. Alright, well, we might as well bury our children. The savior of the run, Execute, fucking pulled it off, even though my guy slept for like 4 turns. Holy shit, the leftovers saved our ass too on him. I was also absolutely the dude to carry that shit. Okay, who do we kill first? It was... Did Gliscor die first? I think Gliscor died first. Not that it matters. It was like Gliscor, and then Lantern. Like Arrow, Mime, Hera? Not a bad death box. But this was like what? Whitney deaths? Were these Whitney? Did we lose 2 to Whitney in this run? We might have. That seems possible. 2 to Whitney. Random bullshit, random bullshit. Random bullshit? Magnezone and Blastoise were random bullshit on Victory Road, right? We had so many random bullshit deaths, but that's how blind runs work, right? You lose to, like, the shit you're not thinking about. Then Lint died to... Was this Surge? Maybe? Geller and Sharpedo were Sabrina. Quagsire died on Blue? Yeah, then 5 Pokemon died to red. All right. Well, who's the optimal team? Who gets to live on our team in the save forever? Definitely our starter, Dragonite. Starmie was a champ. Togekiss still alive. Wax. Azu, Gara, Slowbro, Crobat, Nidoking. Togekiss is like incredibly good in this game. Well, I mean in general, right? Oh yeah, I forgot about Crawdon as far as dark types go when we were talking about dark types. He wouldn't have been any good anyway, though. Yeah, like Slowbro, like out of our Elite Four team, I think the only thing that wasn't like a guaranteed encounter was Mime, right? Out of both of them? Is that true? Starmie was guaranteed, Dragonite's guaranteed, Togekiss is guaranteed, Slowbro's guaranteed. Even alternate, like Snorlax, is guaranteed. Yeah, because the Gliscor was Gliscor might be guaranteed. Maybe it's possible to miss this guy. Maybe. But there's a lot of opportunities to dupe out the other shit in his encounter table. But mine was like pure Safari Zone luck. And there's still things like the starters and some of the dark types. There's still like some good special encounters you can get to like change a run. Larvitar. We actually had 4 starters on this run because we get the guaranteed Gen 3 starter, that we got a random Gen 3 and a random Gen 1 from Grass Encounters. Sylveon was guaranteed. I don't know if we said that one already, but another guaranteed fairy type. You always have Sylveon and Togekiss, which is enough to form a core of an Elite Four team in this game. Heracross is guaranteed. You can always get a good fighting type for where you need it. Yeah. Good game, though. Very good. Very nice. I enjoy a good Johto playthrough without all the problems that Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Gen 2 have, so I very much appreciate this game existing. It's also like a nice difficulty level for a blind playthrough. You know, 4 attempts feels pretty okay. It's enough time to learn the game, solve it in terms of encounter routing, and then do a full clear. Alright, next Monday, next Pokemon Day, we do the Unova Sandlock, so we'll be playing unmodified Pokemon Black and White. I haven't actually decided which one. I need to go back through the encounters and look at that. We will be hacking in rare candies into the save file. And we will play with Trade Evos enabled, actually, too. So yeah. That should be pretty fun. Our starter for that run's going to be a Lillipup, which will be interesting. A Pokemon I don't really use, but a Pokemon that has fucked up a few Nuzlocke runs on the opposite side of the board. So it'll be interesting to see what a run that's going to be reliant on an early Lillipup is like. I've actually scouted the early game of Black and White in the Sandlock to make sure it's actually winnable. And it is, but it's not guaranteed. So we might have a few resets early on to get started. Lenora is actually the blocking point. Gym 2. If we get past her, I think we're good. I haven't, I've only played up through Lenora on a test save, and that was like fucking months ago. So there might be other little like hiccups, but you know, it'll be fun. Anyway, goodbye.